bravo!
It's really, really good. Walter, as a man who studied classical music all of his life, when you put this thing together, what did you think your old teachers and friends and family might say?
I really had no idea, but the day that I recorded the record, we were going to overdub the strings, and I had some very legitimate, classically trained string players who were going to do the record. And I was driving to the studio, and I had the music in the car, and I said, oh boy, what have I gotten into? I mean, these people are going to laugh when they see this. So we got to the studio, and we passed out the parts, and everybody went, Beethoven, huh? So they played it, and we played the track back, and they went, wow!
When you say you played the track back, that means you had a portion of it already done.
We had recorded the rhythm section, the drums, the guitar, the bass, and the horns, and everything. Everything except the strings, because today things are recorded in stages, like a big electronic sandwich.
Great idea. Hey, speaking of other parts of the thing, would you very slowly start at our right here and introduce the various members of the organization here? Sure.
On synthesizers, we have Mike.
All right, now hold on, I've got to wait for this fellow to get a picture here. All right, we're all right. And up behind us on guitar?
And on guitar, David.
David. You know what you did? You have done what I've hoped somebody would do here, because I've done it. I turned to a man I knew for 22 years once, turned to him and said, and here's, so I used to write them on my hands. Behind drums back here?
Greg on drums.
On bass?
And on bass, Andy.
Andy, nice to have you here.
Right.
You know, as a child prodigy, which I guess maybe might be a little embarrassing for you to have somebody call you that, will this be your thing from now on? You've done commercials, arranging, conducting, Las Vegas work, television work. What's the strangest job you ever had?
Well, I was doing some background music once, which required some German polkas, and I wrote about a dozen of them.
German polkas?
German polkas. I mean, tubas and accordions and clarinets and everything.
What's your fondest ambition? What do you want to do?
I've always wanted to be to write for films, movie scores.
I wish you the very best with that venture. We normally introduce artists with the album, so I'm going to put this over here and we'll take a look at it. What is the nature of this beast? What's in there?
Well, it's a compilation of just my music. I mean, so there are some tunes based on classical themes, and there are other just pop, disco things that I've written.
What is your pleasure? What will we do now?
This is based on another famous classical theme. It's called, it's based on Flight of the Bumblebee, and I call it Flight 76.
Let's do it. Ladies and gentlemen, the Walter Murphy Band.